Growing up in a generation defined by cell phones has been both a blessing and a curse. During every meal with my friends, we all stack our phones in the center of the table and pledge not to pick them up until the end of the meal. Anyone who dares to check a text, call, or Snapchat must pay for everyone's meal. We started this ritual several years ago when we noticed how greatly hindered our conversations are by the presence of phones. On the other hand, Generation Z will arguably be the most educated generation to ever come forth. Cell phones ensure questions rarely go unanswered, and one can learn how to do almost anything with a little practice and help from YouTube. Some argue that cell phones have taken communication to a whole new level, while others argue that cell phones discourage in-person communication. Either way, cell phones have clearly created a new type of distraction and intrusion into daily life. Luckily, emailing was invented as a less intrusive way to communicate through the phone. To begin with, phone calls must be answered in a matter of seconds and always seem to come at the most inconvenient times. Of course, leaving a voicemail and requesting a call back is an option, but the return call could be at an inconvenient time for the original caller, whereas emails can be sent back and forth at the convenience of both parties. Furthermore, phone calls are intrusive in group settings because the recipient might feel obligated to leave the room to answer. Emails, however, can easily be responded to without disrupting others. Due to the sensitive time constraint, phone calls can also disrupt people at work, at school, at the store, or while working out. Receiving a call during any of these activities may require extra time to refocus after being distracted. Emails, however, can be answered at any time, even while using the restroom. The response can be started when someone has a few minutes before work and continue during a lunch break in order to adapt to someone's schedule. Phone calls can also inhibit other phone tasks, such as paying bills, buying groceries, or making an appointment. Just because someone is on his or her phone does not mean he or she is in the position to take a call. Phone calls are also more intrusive because they are associated with an emergency or urgent matter, so people are always conditioned to check who is calling, regardless of their current situation. Most unknown callers are not emergencies at all, but rather robocalls urging you to extend your car warranty. Emails are also less intrusive because people often have multiple emails for different situations and can filter emails even before reading them. In general, conversations with some stranger affiliated with a company or political campaign are always going to be more intrusive than conversations with close friends and family. Emails allow people to avoid intrusive conversations altogether by filtering out spam emails and flagging important ones. However, most people only have one phone number where they receive all their calls, spam or otherwise. Overall, emailing is much less intrusive than calling because the recipient of the message can respond on his or her own time without being interrupted and feel confident in his or her provided response. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day.